The tech world is currently shaking with anticipation because, after what feels like an eternity of silence, the compact king is finally returning to its throne. We're talking about the iPad mini. For years, this specific lineup has been the black sheep of Apple's family, sometimes ignored, sometimes refreshed, but always beloved by a hardcore group of users who refuse to carry a giant slate. As we move through May 2026, the leaks coming out of the supply chain in Shenzhen and the rumors circulating around Cupertino have reached a breaking point. This isn't just about a new processor or a new color. This is about Apple finally acknowledging that the small form factor tablet is a powerhouse in its own right. We are seeing reports of a device that will effectively bridge the gap between the ultra-portable convenience we loved in the classic iPad mini 5 and the raw, unbridled power of the modern M-series chips. The stakes are incredibly high, as the competition in the small tablet space has intensified, and Apple knows it can no longer rest on its laurels if it wants to dominate the palm-sized productivity market. The design evolution we are expecting is nothing short of revolutionary. If you look back at the iPad mini 5, it was the pinnacle of the old-school design: the home button, the large forehead and chin bezels, and that classic 7.9-inch display. It was reliable, but it felt like a relic of the past once the bezel-less revolution hit. Welcome back to my channel Tech Rivet for exclusive insights into the future of tech. Subscribe my channel. Hit the bell icon for more tech updates. Now, in 2026, Apple is rumored to be taking that portability factor even further. The whispers suggest a display that pushed the boundaries of the chassis, potentially giving us an 8.7-inch screen and a body that feels even smaller than the current model. But the real star of the show is the panel itself. We are finally looking at the death of LCD on the Mini. The move to OLED is almost certain now, bringing those deep, perfect blacks and an infinite contrast ratio that will make watching HDR content an absolute dream. Imagine the portability of that iPad mini 5 you used to love, but with a screen that rivals the highest-end Pro iPhones. But why are people so obsessed with this May 2026 leak? It's because of the Pro rumors. For the first time, internal sources are suggesting that Apple might bifurcate the Mini line. We could see a standard iPad mini and an iPad mini Pro. The Pro model would finally solve the one issue that has haunted this device since it moved away from the iPad mini 5 era: the lack of promotion. Having 120Hz scrolling on a device this size is a game changer. It makes the entire OS feel fluid, responsive, and premium. When you combine that with the rumored M4 chip, you aren't just looking at a tablet. You're looking at a pocket-sized supercomputer. The M4's neural engine is designed specifically for the AI-heavy world of 2026, meaning this tablet will handle real-time video masking, complex 3D rendering, and local LLM processing without a single stutter. It's a massive jump from the A12 Bionic that powered the iPad mini 5, representing a decade's worth of silicon advancement packed into a few years of release cycles. Now, let's talk about the price leaks, because this is where the USA audience needs to pay close attention. In the US market, price to performance is king. Early leaks suggest that the base model will start at $499 to remain competitive with mid-range tablets. However, the OLED Pro version could easily climb into the $799 range. This is a bold move by Apple. They are betting that the audience who stuck with their iPad mini 5 for 4 or 5 years because they didn't like the jelly scrolling of the Mini 6 is now ready to drop serious cash on a perfect version of the device. This strategy positions the Mini not as a budget iPad, but as a specialized iPad. It's for the pilots, the doctors, the gamers, and the mobile editors who need the best tech in the smallest possible footprint. The North American market has always been the strongest for the Mini, and Apple is tailoring this launch to hit that premium small tech niche perfectly. Another massive leak involves the Apple Pencil. We are hearing about an Apple Pencil Pro integration that would allow for haptic feedback and a squeeze gesture that feels incredibly natural on a screen of this size. Think about the transition from the iPad mini 5, which used the first-generation Pencil with that awkward charging method, to this new 2026 model. We've gone from a stylus that felt like an afterthought to a creative tool that feels like an extension of your hand. This is paired with a rumored landscape-oriented front camera, which is a major win for those of us in the US who spend half our lives on Zoom and Teams calls. No more looking off to the side during a meeting. The Mini is finally growing up and becoming a serious professional tool. As we look at the internal cooling, rumors suggest a new graphene thermal system. This is crucial because the M4 chip generates significant heat under load. And in a chassis this small, thermal throttling is the enemy of performance. By utilizing these new materials, Apple is ensuring that you can play AAA console-quality games or edit 4K footage for hours without the device turning into a literal brick of fire in your hand. It's this attention to detail that makes the 2026 rumors so much more exciting than previous years. We aren't just getting more of the same. We are getting a device that has been re-engineered from the ground up to handle the demands of the modern, AI-integrated software landscape.